Good morning, everybody. Wow, it's a miracle I'm here. It really is, because my technical things have let me down again. I'm just going to switch an extra light on. Yeah, it's just been one of those mornings where I've had this before. My overhead camera goes on strike, and I genuinely don't know why. So I think I've got about 5 cameras accumulated over the years. So I very quickly had to switch one round, but then of course my overhead camera captures my voice. So then I was silent, and yes, I couldn't have bear. I remember that from last time, so I quickly set it all up so that you can hear me. So please do tell me that you can hear me, and that I'm loud and clear, and that you're all there. I can see a few people have joined. We'll wait a little bit longer. Hannah is there. Good morning on the very first flock o'clock. I just couldn't resist. Flock o'clock is so great. Anna says, morning, Lorna. Lorna says, good morning, everyone. It's so nice to have you all. This is like a Felter Shelter almost. We've already got 3 members there. Sharon says, good morning, everybody. Diane says, good morning, Steffi and everyone. Feels like I've only seen you last night. Emily says, good morning, Steffi and Wool. Barbara says, morning, Wool. And another Barbara, no same Barbara, says, loud and clear. And Tanya says, good morning. Excellent. I'm so glad that you can hear me, you can see me. We're all together. So this is our very first flock o'clock, and my plan is to be able to stream it directly onto YouTube, because I thought, this would be nice for our American customers, but it's such an antisocial time for them. So I don't know what I was thinking, because it's either going to be, they either have to stay up really late, or they have to get up really early, or just do an all-nighter. So I'm not entirely sure how that will work. But for now, I'm only on Facebook, because that's another hurdle to overcome for me, and my not so big technical brain is to get the dual streaming going on. It's more complicated than that. There are loads of different softwares available, but we don't have the broadband width here in our new premises to do fancy things. So I'll work it out. Yes, I will. So Sharon also says, can hear you loud and clear. Excellent. And Heather says, hello, everyone. So what do people do on a Sunday morning? I was actually wondering when I chose this time, is this a good time? Is this a bad time? Well, for me, Sundays are usually taken up by work. Well, like every day. But I do try to have Sunday afternoon off, so it doesn't feel like I'm going straight from work to work on a Monday morning. And I really struggle with Sundays. I don't know if you're the same or not, but I struggle with Sundays, not so much the morning, but come the afternoon when everything goes really quiet. And all I think about is, what we're doing on Monday, And I find it really hard to just not have work in my head. Anybody else like that? Probably not. I think I must be sort of the exception. I'm trying really hard to get this kind of stuff out of my head. But what do you do on a Sunday morning? Obviously, right now you're here, but give me some tips what I can do to distract myself from work. I've already been for a dog walk. I've had a bath. I've had breakfast. I've got a cup of tea on the go here, and I noticed that yesterday at the flock gathering, which of course is a very small group, I put a bit of lipstick on quickly, and then when I finished, I'm very self-conscious, and it's probably everywhere but on my lips. But do I care? Not particularly. So the flock o'clock, what is it about? So I've been thinking hard about this. It's basically talking about what's on your felting mat, what's on my felting mat. Let's just find out what we're all working on, maybe compare some progress. And then I've got some bite-sized needle felting tips ready for you as well. It's the general chit-chat, so if anything is happening for you, share it. A shared thing is always a halved thing. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have the cats out. I've got the cats out. So this is our newest cat project, which are the cat loaves. And we have, shall I just bring them all forward? Let's bring them all forward, because I don't think anybody has actually seen them very close up. So I'm going to pull them all out here. And I'm telling you now, this has been a labor of love for me, because I've worked on this for months and months and months for all kinds of reasons. Some may know the reasons, some may not. But these are, you can't see them at all yet, but I'm going to go to the overhead camera. This is the test that you can still hear me. So if keep an eye on the comments. If I've gone silent, then I've done something wrong. So just going to the overhead camera. Look at them. There's a lot. This alone takes ages to make. But we have got the cartoon version of the cats, which look like this. So what is difference between those is that they have, they're very simple. They haven't got any mixing of wool that you need to do, because it's all kind of in one color, and they're a little bit more stylized with the colors. They have much bigger eyes, and if you're wondering how do you do the eyes are actually, you make the eyes, so you can choose your color and you can choose your style, because there's also this style eyes where you can give them the little, the opposite of diluted pupils. I can't think of it now. Undilated. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. So these are the cartoony styles. You can make obviously a ginger cat, a black and white cat, a grey cat, and you can also make a tortoiseshell, whether that is a light tortoiseshell or a really dark tortoiseshell with lots of black in it. It's entirely up to you. So the one kit makes one cat of your choice, and then the other one, which is the realistic cats, what's realistic about them mostly is how you can mix the wool. I've got, which one of, I'll just take this one out. I've got a double one there. So these are where you model them on your own cat. You mix the colors, you choose the again, the color of the eyes. The eyes are a little bit smaller, the head is a little bit smaller, and there's a little bit more to the head. And you can make a really sort of mix of a tabby cat. You can mix the wools more to represent your tortoiseshell cat, maybe a ginger cat, and then the black and white is probably quite straightforward, to be honest. But those are the options. One kit makes one cat of your choice, basically. But that's not all of it. What is actually really exciting about all of this is that Hannah, who is actually here today in this live stream, not with me, but I know she's there, is going to, Hannah and I, we're buddying up. I'm going to teach the needle felting, and Hannah will take your cat care questions. What I've found is, working with cat lovers very intensely for the last 5 years, is that people they do anything for their cats, anything, and they always have questions. And I know Hannah, who is a cat mom to 6 cats herself, 7 at the moment. Well, it will be, because she's got little Lilith, which is a tiny little black kitten. Oh, so cute. And she was handed her, Hannah is a veterinary nurse, she was handed her at the vet's surgery by a pig farmer, and she was found in the pigsty. She was only 3 weeks old. Hannah can tell you more here in the comments, but Hannah will be part, and she's got many other cats of her own at home of different ages. Always, I think you have cat yourself, Hannah, aren't you? So Hannah will be joining a Zoom make along, which means that you get a unique invitation to join the Zoom make along, and that is as part of the kit. There's a QR code inside the kit, and that entitles you to get into the Zoom get together, and then a little bit closer to the time, and I think we said the Zoom make along is on the 18th of October. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've got in my head. And or is it November? Oh, I can't remember now. Better look that up. Hang on, I better look that up. I'm just popping on our website to have a quick look, because I am the most unreliable person when it comes to dates. It's because I never plan that far ahead. A day, 24 hours, that's plenty for me. So the Cats Collection, if you're looking for it on our website, it's the Cats Collection, and then you go to Cartoon Cat or Realistic Cat Loaf, basically, and then on there you can see in the writing that we are doing it in 8th of November. Well, there was one thing right, there was an 8 in it, 8th of November at 10 a.m. And so the link for the Zoom craft along will be inside the cat box, but of course you can make your cat without joining us at the Zoom, but we will get in touch beforehand so that you can put your cat questions to us as well. Ah, so my goodness, that was a lot of information. I hadn't planned that really, but I put the cats out because I thought you might want to see them, and I can't actually pick one of my favorite. I will be honest, but I am very partial to a tabby cat because our little Dolly, who we lost sadly 2 years ago. Look, I've got a cat on my shoulder, Hannah. There, was a little tabby, and they are very cute and very special. Of course, a lot of people don't just have one cat, they have loads. So if you want to make many cats, the way that I would do it, I would buy one cat kit, get the instructions, then you have leftover wool, and then just top up the wool that you don't have anymore, and then continue. So because you get a sheet of eyes, eye templates, but you get a sheet with loads of possibilities. So that you can use going forward. You just need to stock up on more cabochon eyes, which is what comes in the kit for one cat. But if you want to do more, what I'm saying is you don't have to buy lots and lots of cat kits. You can just buy the supplies from us and carry on. So, never thought to check that you can hear me on the overhead camera, but apparently you can hear me fine, so that's good. Pip says morning. Fiona says morning all, whoops, just remembered. Hannah says I'm working on Paddington. Sarah says oh hello there. Diane says making eyeballs. Yeah, we were making eyeballs last night, so that was quite fun. Anne says Sunday no different to any other day for me. Washing on, ghosts all over the floor, and I still haven't had any breakfast, so brunch it is. Emily says I'm working on a mood ball. Oh, you like those mood balls, don't you? Lorna says I'm still making feathers for my terror bird. Can't wait to see when it's all finished. Anne says I can hear you overhead. Are you standing overhead? Oh dear. The cats are beautiful. Emily said I've ordered my cat kit, the cartoon one. Tanya says I'm finishing my pumpkin mouse. Excellent. Barbara says I'm looking forward to my cat kits. Fiona says Sunday is my lazy lie-in morning of the week. Oh God, I so wish I could do it. I've just got ants in my pants, I think. That's it. I think I'm really hard in the evening. I'm going to sleep really long in the morning, and then come 6 and I'm like wide awake, and I'm, what can I do now? All my batteries are recharged. Let's keep going. Hannah, what did I miss? Why do you say constricted? Oh, constricted. Not whatever other word I used for the eye dilution. No, that's also the wrong word, but dilation, whatever. It's the eyes when they're constricted, or I've forgotten the other word now. Fully open. I can't decide which one to get, says Tanya. Valerie says hi. Pip says making a kitchen mouse. Ooh, bought a bread bin and going to turn it into a kitchen diorama using dolls, house furniture, and makers accessories. I can't wait to see that, Pip. I've got a certain thing in my mind now. That sounds like magical. Yeah, please do share it. If you ever need to, well, not need to, but if you would like to share photos with us of your makes, preferably where you've used our inspiration, wool, tools, kits, books, whatever, then please do this in our Facebook group, Every Wanna Maker. And we've just got to 15,000 likes on our makers page, so if you haven't liked us yet or follow us, what are you waiting for? Let's get to 16,000 in no time. I'm so excited. So Anne says, Pip, what a great idea. I love the idea. I genuinely do. I can't wait to see it. Pip, I'm coming your way in November. Yeah, heading to Belfast for the Knit and Stitch show, this time at the is it called Icon Centre near Lisburn. So hope you can make it for that time. Don't ask me for dates. I'll probably get them wrong. I have to look them up. You could get both. Yes, thank you, Emily. Of course you could get both kits. I didn't want to sound too pushy. Sharon says Hannah is a cat lady after my own heart. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Sharon says that's fabulous. 8th November is your birthday. Oh, you're a day after my son's birthday. So that's lovely. We will make sure to say happy birthday to you. Hannah says, haha, love these cat loaves. I'm very much looking forward to it, and no question is a silly question, so I encourage all questions. Oh, now you set me a challenge, Hannah. I can ask a silly question. Hannah says Lilith was barely 3 weeks old. Oh, honestly, I saw her from the beginning, and she did smell of pig for a long time. She was lucky not to be eaten. Still taking milk as just getting her big teeth through. A teething tubby. No, it's not a tubby. A teething kitty. Can you imagine that? I don't know why I never imagined that cats are teething. I know puppies do. Do they lose their baby teeth as well? Now she's flourishing and on solids, owns the house just like the others. She's 6 weeks old. She's 6 weeks now. Oh my god, she's just adorable. She's such a little, she's pitch black, so she looks like a little bat actually a lot of the time. And all you can see on photos or on videos is just this black mischievous little thing with the big eyes, which I think we're thinking they're going green. Is that right, Hannah? Sheila says, morning, I'm making the Daisy Fairy. Any tips on facial features would be great. Oh, okay, right, Daisy Fairy. Oh my god, don't get me started. I think my Daisy Fairy was stolen here in the shop. I never thought. I'm just still hoping she's just fallen down somewhere. But anyway, Daisy Fairies and faces. That's a good one to talk about. It's the best way to make fairies' faces, young fairies' faces, is to be as minimalistic as possible. If you suddenly go overboard, you actually completely mess it up. So tiny features, just tiny. Sometimes it's best just to have like a couple of dots for eyes and a tiny little mouth, and then you can use some blusher and just blush the cheeks. And yeah, it's so good to go completely understated. Ashley says, hello, back to felting season for me, busy with pumpkins and maybe Highland cows. Just finished a summer of resin fun. Nice. Well, all my pumpkins have gone here at the back. They've been taken to decorate the shop, which is it's really sad because I quite like the orange colours here at the background. Was there a Mr. Toad coming up? Oh, honestly, Ashley, you must be reading my mind. So yes, Mr. Toad is coming. That is actually what's on my felting mat. Now, I thought I'd share some tips with you about that. Pip says, Lily and I have tickets for the Friday. We both... it's jumped away. Where have you gone? Sorry. We both can't wait. Oh, nice. Hannah says, I'll post some photos of her on the page. Yes, I think they will be green. They are an off blue at the moment, bless her. Oh, she loves watching you, Steffi. As soon as I put you all on my phone, she watches. Oh, I've got a feline fan. That's amazing. So yes, there is a Mr. Toad. Mr. Toad, here he is. He's literally sitting on my mat because I'm teaching him at the Knitting and Stitching Show in London. And so I've got to finish off. He's lost one of his welly boots. Oh, there it is. So I'm just finishing him off, and I thought I share with you. So when I run workshops, especially at shows where I don't have an awful lot of time, I'm planning to make him in an hour and a half. I'm just going to go to the overhead camera so you can see him a little bit closer up. So he has got on this model here, he's got 3 fingers, and then take his boots off. He's got 3 toes there, and here as well. But very likely, what I will do in the workshop, I will teach him so that we don't make the toes and the fingers because it will take so long. So I'm already having to change the instructions to suit a workshop. And in general, I think that is what I do most of the time. Whenever I design something, I never do it just for me anymore. And it comes so automatic. I'm literally thinking all the time, how can I make this work for people who want to make something like that too? And so what I was going to show you is how I make his little toes. Sorry, that's the fingers. How I make his fingers and his toes. So let's get my felting mat. Cats are sitting on it. Bring that forward. There we go. And for this, I am actually using the paper covered wire, which is this one here. We've started using this for the mice because the pipe cleaner supply in the UK has been so atrocious. It's just really hard for us to find. Can you see my screen all right? Don't actually know what you can see. Can you see all kinds of funny things? Anyway, I'll just do that and have the cat sitting here so they can. If you see a bit more at the top, yeah, something funny is going on with my screen here as well. It's probably nothing funny. It's just me not knowing how to unfunny it. If that's the word. There. If you just have a few cats, just like in real life. So what I've done is I'm using this wire, and you get all the measurements obviously in the kit. If you want to make the toes, then cutting. Oh, I'm cutting the wire to the right length. Remember that this will all be explained in the kit. Now this will make one set of toes or fingers, and then I take some of the this mottled green wool, which Mr. Toad is made of, and I also already take a glue pen. So because I'm not even gonna mess around, you can see I've still got glue on my fingers from trying it out earlier because I was working on it. I'm just gonna put a bit of glue on the wire. I think that bottle is coming to its end. I've got to sneeze in a minute just to give you the heads up. Excuse me. Right, so then I take a really small amount of wool. You're gonna get your fingers glue covered, so you might as well embrace it. And I start at one end, and I'm just gonna get the wool wrapped around enough so that it grips. And once it's done that, then I switch over so that I can now just twist the wire and have the wool really nice and tight against the wire, and get all the way to the end. And I'm actually going to get rid of the last bit of wool, and then I'm going to just get rid of the glue from my fingers and make it really nice and tight. So if you've got a bit of glue out on your fingers, that's good because you can just get rid of it. Now if you overshoot with the wool, which I have here, this is where the wire is, this is where I've overshot. I'm just going to cut the end off, and that's one wire covered. Now I'm going to go for the shorter one. Okay, I've got to get my other glue bottle here. Let's try this one. And cover that with glue as well. I keep coming back to glue, to be honest. I mean, you could use a Pritt stick, to be honest, if you don't like runny glue. So get enough done on one end. Just gonna, yeah. And then I can twist the wire so the wool grips it. Now with that second wire, it doesn't matter so much if one end looks a little bit less neat, because only one end will be showing as a toe. So that's my 3 toes here. Don't try and pull the wool, cut it. Here we go. So that's the 3 toes, right? There, like that. And then what I'm doing is I'm actually using the wire, and I'm just gonna cut the right length there. And I'm going to insert the wire here, like that. I'm going almost to the end, but not quite. Like this. So the wire is inserted into the 2, and the third one is just sort of running along. Take some more wool, and there's some here. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap the wool so that you can see this part here, right? See this part here still? This is the brown wire. And so that the toes don't come off, you're going to bend that in once you've done a wool wrap, and then wrap over it, because that way you have the wire traps inside the wool, and you can't. I earlier tried to pull it off because I'd done something wrong. I literally couldn't get it off. I had to cut it loose because it makes a really, really strong connection. So you've got your toes here, and then you can just add more wool along the arm to obviously make it thicker. And that is how you make your toes and fingers on, or that's how I've made them. And you literally cannot pull them out because they're trapped. So they're nice and solid in there now. Because you've, and it doesn't work this way either, because this wire is hooked inside the wool. So yeah, and I was particularly proud of myself, as I often am. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to work it out, and then I get really pleased with myself when I worked it out, that I've made his glasses, his racing glasses, from the wire as well. So you can see that they're, again, you make those yourself, and then obviously everything else is needle felted, and then you get a little tweed jacket. The tweed colour will be a different colour, slightly lighter colour, because it looks more different to his body. And in the workshop, people will be just putting the welly boots on him, so that it doesn't matter if he hasn't got the toes showing. And of course you can just cover the ends and bend the wire over like we do with many of our makes, so you don't have to have the toes. But this is basically what I thought I'd share with you today, because that's on my mat this morning. Now yesterday I've been working all day yesterday, because I've also had the shop open, so I'm combining both now that I design and write instructions and so on. And yesterday I've been going through all the book makes. Just there's a lot of sort of tidying over and things to do, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm just going to I think my Wi-Fi is a little bit haphazard, so I do apologize about this. Oh, which is the ginger cat? He's staring at you. This one here. I know he's got a particular starey look. So you can get them with the small eyes and the what is it again? When they're not constricted, the pupils, are they diluted? No, that's something else. You dilute water, don't you? Or you dilute things in water. Dilated? Or is that when you're having a baby? I don't know, actually. No idea. You have to help me out with this. I think my English is running out. I need to recharge my batteries. So let's have a look what people are saying. So I'm going to try and catch up now. Okay. Oh, I love Mr. Toad, says Sheila. Nice. He will be a kit very soon. I'll try and work on him really quickly. When is he available to buy? Well, this is what I'm saying. So he will be available soon, latest at the beginning of October, but I'm hoping that I can get him finished sooner rather than later. Mr. Toad looks like he's missing his motor car. He is, absolutely. All I can think of when I think of Mr. Toad is like when he goes like boop, 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 boop. Like he's driving, but he hasn't got his car. So maybe somebody wants to needle felt him one. Evening, no, not evening. Jane says, good morning, Steffi and everyone. Morning, Hannah, says Jane. Tracy says, good morning, everyone. Some people have been joining us. I can't stop looking at the ginger cat. He's staring at us. No, the orange one on the overhead. Oh, I see this one here. Yes. Oh, isn't he cute? Yeah, so these are the cartoon cats, dilated, that's it. Is that 4 eyes and having babies? Must be. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yes, book projects. What have I been working on? So there, because I've got I'm going with my publisher that has been very kindly publishing all my 5 books that I've written so far. Is it 4? 4 books, and this will be my 5th. They've asked me to add some more, some different makes into it. So the ones that you've seen on pictures before, they will also be there, but there will be extras now. And I'm just going to have a little bit of tea, because otherwise it's going to be absolutely too cold to drink. So what they've asked me to add in is a Gloucester Old Spot pig, because they're, you know, we're in Gloucestershire, so you're gonna get to make one of these little pig. They also wanted the Herdwick sheep in there, but I've gone small. So you're gonna have a little Herdwick sheep in there as well. It's got a wonky ear, it's been squished in the box. And I've actually, so we're adding a dog and a cat, and I've made a little sitting up spaniel, so that will be in there. And also I've made a little cat loaf to go with it. There we go. But it's all needle felted with needle felted eyes, so it's a miniature version basically of the cat loaves, but a little bit simpler. And then I've also added a little hedgehog, because I just had to use those little noses that we've had in our spaniel kit, and I absolutely love this because it's using the technique of reverse needle felting needles. So all this fluffy stuff you create by pulling the fibers out, and it looks better when he's not being squished down. But yeah, he is in there as well. There's going to be a robin brooch and a blue tit brooch, and they're really, really solid. You can definitely wear them over and over, or you can decorate things. So this is on top of the other things that are already in there, which I can see over there, but I'm not going to pull out now, because these are the new things that I've added into. Now you might also want to, I've just decided that we're going to keep the tortoise going for October, because it is such a big project, and the makers boxes have been posted out so late this month even, that I'm going to keep the tortoise going for a little bit longer. This is actually the second model. I don't know where the first one went. It's walked away, can't be very far. So yes, so this is, the tortoise will be going a little bit longer. It has got wire in its legs, so you can actually pose them. Same with the head, you can pose the head to an extent, and it's got a really good technique. You'll see the little videos how to make the tortoise come to life over the next week or so. And but I oh, just bear with me, I just have to unlock the door for Tomka because I've locked her out. Just bear with me. Right, so I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yes, so, but that doesn't mean to say that I can't talk about the, have I got lipstick everywhere? I told you I can't see.
Sorry.
Where is it? Oh my god, it's a bit late now. Oh, flipping heck. Okay.
Sorry. Just that.
Oh dear, this reminds me of this lady who used to come to our stand at one of the shows year after year after year. I haven't seen her for years. But she would turn up, and it was so funny not to laugh at her, because she had like one eyebrow was up here, and then one was in the right place, and then lipstick everywhere. I'm going to be like her, I'll tell you. Makeup all over the place, and she would come, and then she would look at something like that. And I think what I worked it out after a couple of years. I think she was so vain not wearing her glasses that she just couldn't see anything. She was blind as a bat. But she always put the makeup on to look really nice. Couldn't see a thing. And yeah, and so basically she just, yeah, she's like me. I can't actually see my makeup, so I've just plonked it on and hope for the best. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I was trying to talk about the October Makers Box, and we have got a special offer on at the moment, so that if you recommend somebody to sign up for the for any of our subscription boxes, which is either the Flock box or the Makers Box, you get £10, a £10 gift voucher, and so does your friend who you're signing up. And if you're doing this, you need to email us and tell us who you are and who you have persuaded to get a subscription box. But this might just be the winner for you for next month. Where's my thingy gone? I need to go to the overhead camera. So here we go. This is going to be a little dormouse, and she's actually you get to make the nest as well. You're gonna have to find your own little sticks, and they often put bark in there as well, but you get all the wool to make this lovely little nest. And then there's the dormouse. He's still awake, but of course you can sort of cuddle him up in the nest, and he can start thinking about going for his winter sleep. They sleep in these nests all year round, so it's not just for hibernation, but they also, this is the nest that they make to hang out during the day or whenever they go to sleep. And it has got a particular technique in making these tiny little fingers. So it's well, you saw me make look how tiny they are, like little hands. So they have them on it's on the yeah, it's on it's both hands and feet. And yeah, so, and then you get our horsetail I nearly said grass, horsetail, just horsetail, to make the whiskers as well. So that is October's project. You just want to be this dormouse, don't you? Curl up somewhere cozy and just go to sleep. So yeah, that's it. Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Oh my goodness. Right, let's see what people are saying about my idiotic makeup. Pip says, can't wait to start making the tortoise. Yes, well, the first boxes are on their way out to you now. I can only apologize for the delay again. I need to somehow get a grip of myself in maybe with the dormouse. I'll start early. I'm going to Ali Pali on Friday too, says Lynn. Oh, nice. Lorna says, looking forward to the tortoise. Oh, they do. So I don't know how to pronounce this. Twycross? Is that how you say it? Zoo have those giants. So it's we had an interesting conversation here in the office, because Tonka insisted that it was called I can't even say it now, Aldabra, and I said no, it's called Aldabra. And I was right. Not that I had heard it anywhere, but anyway. Such a cute mouse. Claudia says, hi everyone, late again. Emily says, oh, I love the dormouse. So darling, says Claudia. Oh, super cute. Pipless says that the dormouse is adorable. Sheila says, what's the difference between the subscriptions? Ah, good question. So we have a flock box, which so I can show you what was in the flock box this month, because I've still got it sitting here somewhere. I'll just grab it. So in the flock box this month, you would get, hang on, nearly there. I have to show you it half. So you, in the flock box, so the flock box looks a bit like this. Let's do the overhead thing again. Overhead. So excuse that it's already been dipped into because I used it last night. So in the flock box you would get this month, you get a long strand of this very white merino top, and a cookie cutter of a ghost shape. And then you always get a sheep swatch, one of our dressed sheep, and the sheep swatches are now made of sustainable wood. So these are fully compostable if you don't need them anymore in the future. And I just give you the heads up, people hate undressing their sheep. So usually when they come with wool dressed on them, they stay like that because nobody likes undressing their sheep. And then you also got a small wool ball, which I used yesterday to show people how to needle felt an eyeball, because obviously spooky season is coming up. And then during a flock gathering, which happens at the end of the month, we have half an hour of a bit of a chat. It's in the private group, the flock, the Makers Flock. And yesterday I showed people how to needle felt these little ghosts using the cookie cutter and the wool, so everything in the box. So you get to try me products in the box. Doesn't always mean there's a project in there. Next month you make your own needle felting mat, like this one here, and you get the materials to do it, and then in the tutorial at the end of the month I show you how to do it. There are no instructions. You can get a digital version of this where you just join us for the flock gathering. There are other perks. You can get you get to access your flock corner on our website where there are free resources such as PDF instructions. I also share the flock gathering video and the tutorial on there because not everybody is on Facebook. So you have access to everything that everybody else has got access to. You just can't join it live if you're not on Facebook. So that's the flock box. It is currently, at the time of me talking here right now, it's £12 including postage, and it comes in this, we post it out like this basically. The Makers box, which the tortoise is number 100, project 100, crazy. Flock box is number 27, so it's a little bit younger, we're in our third year. The Makers box is a complete project. I should also say, if you join as a flock member, you get a joining gift as well, which is currently is a pencil case. You get the wool to decorate your pencil case so that you can turn it into a felting case if you like, and the instructions as well. If you are joining as a Makers box subscriber, you get a project every month in the post. The first box you get has a full tool set in it, so that tool set should serve you for future boxes, and you get a full set of instructions. Now the Makers boxes, just to sort of give you an idea, they can be all kinds of animals. It's very animal heavy, but we have had fungi in there, and we have had we've had butterflies, pictures. We've had the Hereford bull. That one was a Makers box. The one before the tortoise was the Herdwick sheep. We've got the dormouse in October, and what we do is at the end of a subscription period, so at the end of the month, we usually put the instructions on our website. So if you just want to purchase the instructions, you can do that too. Now the Makers box, is it £18 at the moment? I can't remember, plus postage. So that is, we're talking UK here at the moment. So that is what you can get for that. Now the Makers boxes are usually stuffed full to the brim, or the value is always the same, even though they sometimes look a little bit different. But things like we've had the owls as a Makers box, so it's often a little bit more elaborate, bit bigger project, I want to say, with more techniques, longer instructions. I think when I was writing it, I got to step 120 or something like that. So very detailed step-by-step instructions. And you can subscribe. They are monthly. Both of them are monthly. You can skip boxes and you can unsubscribe anytime. Yeah, that's it really. So does that answer your question? Hopefully, yeah. We've got lots of people are watching. So if anybody's got any other questions, otherwise I just let you know. So if you were after the harvest basket, they have sold out. I'm really sorry. And I believe that our advent calendars have sold out as well. Somebody told me that yesterday. Shall I have a quick look? Because yeah, I'm packing them every night. I tell you, this is the first year where I think they will be single-handedly packed by me. Yeah, they're sold out now. So I'm really sorry if you missed out on our advent calendars this year. However, we still have got a handful of our felted Christmas magic hampers left. There are 24 complete kits in there, plus one luxury toolkit. So the whole, and they're not all Christmassy. So we don't want you just. We think that this felted Christmas magic hamper can supply you throughout the year with a project to make. So they're not necessarily Christmas related, but they are projects and kits that you can't currently buy from us on our website. So there's definitely something there you can't get otherwise, unless you buy that through the felted hamper. And I think it's really good value. They're £250. You get 25 items in there, so that works out at £10 the item, and you get this fantastic big wicker hamper as well that you obviously keep. So I think, you definitely got a bargain there, and keep yourself in supply of felting kits. We close the sale for that on the 30th of September purely because we need to start making them, and we basically make them to order. Depending, other than the advent calendar. The advent calendar we put X amount in stock, and then if they haven't all sold by the end, by Christmas, then we have them spare. But with this particular hamper, we are literally making them to order. If you've bought it, we're making it for you, basically. So that's that. Is there a quicker way of mixing wool apart from carders to get a perfect shade of what I need? I'm mixing light blue and a smidge of black. Oh, Hannah, you know what I'm going to say now. Get yourself a drum carder. It is the best way of mixing wool, honestly, because you can just also mix larger amounts, which I think is what you're trying to do. I just think that those drum carders are just, if anybody wants to see those in the future, I'm very happy to give you a demo on it on a Sunday morning, maybe next week. But you could also send us the wool and I'll mix it for you, Hannah. How about that? Or tell me what you need mixing. We've probably got the wool. I'll mix it for you. Let me know what the proportion is, and I just do it for you. Jane says, "Are you still making the flower fairies, Steffi?" No, I'm not, Jane. I'm gonna go back making my own fairies. Yes, the flower fairies, the license has come to an end. We haven't renewed it. So I want to make. I just can't wait to make my own fairies. I say this now, God knows when I'm going to do it, but it's there, it's in my head, and I'm going for it. There will be a fairy in the new book. So, and I looked at some of the fairies yesterday. Oh, I love fairies. So there will be fairies coming your way, Jane. Hannah says, "I'm so excited for the hamper. That's my December sorted." Hannah also says the hamper basket will be a bed for the cats, obviously. Oh, I love that. I never thought of that. Mind you, I don't think you'd have a choice in that unless you keep it shut. Pip says, "Yes, missed the advent calendar this year after getting them 4 years in a row." Oh, I'm so sorry, Pip. Oh, we've been plastering, we've been selling them since May. That's such a shame. Maybe it's time to get the hamper then. Tanya says, "My hamper will probably become my dog's toy box." Oh, that's nice. Hannah says, "Haha, I would never do that to you." Why not? Just tell me the wool and I do it. I honestly don't mind. Oh, can we have a cat fairy? Oh, that's so nice. We had a bunny fairy, so can't see why we can't have a cat fairy. Is a smidge more or less than a pinch or a wisp? Now, Anne, you're just taking a mickey. Now, what do you think? Is a wisp more or pinch more? What's more, a wisp or a pinch? Because I always refer to wisps and pinches when you can't weigh it. Literally, it's less than 1 gram. And to me, a wisp is literally a few wispy fibers, and a pinch is more than a wisp. So I hope you always see that as I see it. So is anybody else? What is everybody else working on? What else have I? What else is on my list that I said? Oh yeah, you were going to give me tips so that Sunday isn't quite such a drag for me. It just feels very, I don't know. How does Sunday feel? Now I don't mind it so much. It's towards the afternoon. I think it's too quiet. I'm not used to the stillness. I'm such a maker and a doer and an always active and always doing something. But even I have my limits, and so I'm forced sometimes to stop. Though I don't need to sit on the sofa with nothing because I can pack the advent calendars, which I will be doing later on as well. So the other kit that will be coming is the curly sheep. I did use that as a proposal for the spring workshops, but nobody's they didn't want the curly sheep. But it's definitely going to be a kit, 100%. Some of you saw him sitting behind me in the past and said, "Oh, we want him as a kit." He will become a kit. I absolutely love him. and I've just got so much work to do in getting ready for the workshops, getting ready for the shows, and then planning the next makers boxes. That honestly, I never have a dull moment, and that is just whilst everybody else is throwing things at me that I actually don't want to be dealing with most of the time. I hate admin. I hate when things don't go smooth or something. There's always like a slight hiccup. Oh, I tell you something else that I wanted to talk about, and this is what I wanted to talk last night to my flockers, and I couldn't remember what I wanted to talk about, and I tell you what that was. So we found that we get a lot of customer emails, good and bad, but the bad ones, when I say bad, it's usually people saying, "Where's my order?" They have become so rude. And I think I have a theory about this. We don't take it personal because we know we're doing all we can and we're nice people and all the rest of it. But I think, this is my theory, hear me out and let me know if you agree. I'm speaking from personal experience. Everything feels like a fight at the moment. Everything. I get scammed when I buy something. Money is taken out of my account that I don't know what it's for. I try and get hold of a delivery firm, and you literally get an audience with the Pope before you get to talk to a particular firm. I'm not even going to mention their name, but you all know who I'm referring to. I try and sort this out, and people are not responding, they're ignoring me, and this is business and private. And I get to such a point that now when I send an email to anybody, I'm already with my fists up, ready to fight. And I think that is what's happening to us. We get a lot of emails with people ready to fight because everything around us has become so customer service unfriendly. I mean, I can't even call it customer service because it's not serving the customers. It's literally just rubbish. And I think a lot of it is to do with you can't speak to a real person. Everybody's hiding behind bots. And so I just want to reassure everybody who's watching here now or later on. At the Makers, we're real people. There is somebody who will always answer the phone if we're around to answer the phone. We will reply to your emails. We will do our best. We're not perfect. We're not always like that. You say the word and we jump because there's not actually that many of us. But I can assure you that there's always a good intent, and there's always we are really, really busy. We're not lazying around. We are doing non-stop work to serve the Makers community of which you are a part of. So when you do ask where your order is, you just say whatever you want to say. We don't take it personal. I just noticed there is a trend, and I genuinely think it's because there are just so few people who nowadays get answers when they want answers. So let me know if you think that's that has happened to you as well. Well, Hannah says, I think you could read a book. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because yes, so I do that. I have a list of, to prepare for the week ahead. I do that. Jane says that's okay. It will be lovely to make your own fairies again. I need all of your. I made all of your original fairies. I can't even repeat one for you then, Jane, because you've done them all. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading backwards. It's never good. Pinch is bigger. Yes, Anne. Exactly. Haha. Wisp is less than a pinch. Excellent. Pinch is more than a wisp. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, I agree, says Hannah. Coats of things are going up. Costs of things are going up. So of course vets bills will as well. It's everyone. Oh, okay, hang on a second. You're replying to somebody. I missed that. Need to find that. I can't find that now. Sorry, lost my thread here. I will pick it up again. at least I can see the comments sometimes. Yeah. Oh, Tanya says you all do an amazing job. It's everyone. I'm just gonna see. It's everyone. Everyone seems to have a beef about something. In veterinary, for example, I'm going to get shot for saying this or no. But people can't afford their pets, whether it is they spend too much on the pet and they don't realize the cost of pet care, or negative press. People need to stop watching the news and talking to each other. I agree. Cost of things are going up, so of course vet bills will too. I'm a flocker, but couldn't be there. I too hate the recordings with buttons to push. Just so difficult to speak to a human. Yes, I agree. I agree. And it's sometimes you don't even get a choice to push any buttons. You literally just How many times have I gone on a website where they have a chat box and you go in there and you know straight away that you're talking to a bot, and then you say, all I say is, I want to speak to a human. I want to speak to a human. And then they just close the flipping chat, and it's so frustrating because you're so out of control and you're so helpless. Even Matt in housing, people are being awful. We just need to get through this tough time. Steffi, you and your team do a fabulous job. Thank you very much, Sharon. But I genuinely didn't say it to fish for compliments. I just wanted to let you know that here at The Makers, we are genuinely here for you. So if you want to ring us. If you want to send us an email, send us an email. We prefer email over social media chats because Sam here in the office, she works part-time. She's here every morning until 1 o'clock. And then after that, I check the emails, so to make sure nothing slips through our net, and the same at the weekend. And so she will reply to emails instantly, whereas social media messages, they might take a little bit longer. And we always say, do email us instead, because you get a quicker response. So we have everything in one place. Your company always are happy to help and respond to emails so fast. Thank you. Well, that sounds like a really positive note. We could leave and go our own ways now, doing the rest of Sunday. It is a beautiful day. I'm actually overlooking a car park here where loads of people have set off this morning and still are setting off to go for what is called the Five Valleys Walk, and it's in aid of a charity, and they walk 21 miles. I've done this a few times myself. Admittedly, I've only ever run it. I've never walked it, but I think next year I'm gonna do it next year. My feet should be fine to do this then, so I'm setting myself that aim. And it's a beautiful day. I've been out with the dogs already. I'm gonna hang my washing out now. Snatch the rare moments where you can still hang washing out into the fresh air, and that's probably me done for Sunday. Some nice food, pack some more advent calendars, ready for tomorrow when a new week starts. So take care, everybody. Sending you lots of love. Remember, I write all these little heart messages just for you, and I hope that when you get them in the order, you either keep them, take them to heart, or pass them on to somebody else who might just need that message. So let's share the love. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.